Have you ever wondered why some apps just feel right? They're totally effortless, they're intuitive, maybe even a little fun to use. But then you open another one and it's a complete nightmare. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and you just can't wait to close it. What's the secret ingredient that separates the two? Okay, let's just dive right in because the very first step is getting our heads around the most common point of confusion in the entire digital world: the huge difference between how a product works and how it looks. And this is it right here: UX versus UI. User experience, or UX, is the entire journey. It's the logic, the structure, the flow. It's the feeling you have from the moment you open the app to the moment you close it. Is it easy? Does it feel valuable? Now, on the other hand, user interface, or UI, is what you actually see and touch: the buttons, the colors, the fonts. It's that visual layer you're interacting with. And honestly, there's no better way to put it than this paraphrased quote, often attributed to Steve Jobs. It just cuts right through the noise. UX is the deep down engineering of the experience. UI is the beautifully designed dashboard you use to actually control it. And here's the kicker: you absolutely need both to have a great product. So, if great design isn't just an accident, then there must be some kind of rule book, right? Well, yeah, absolutely. Great design isn't just about some random creative spark, it's actually built on a really solid foundation of core principles. And first up is clarity. I mean, this one is completely non negotiable. At any given moment, you, the user, should understand exactly what's happening on the screen and what you can do next. No confusion, no guessing games. If you ever have to stop and wonder what a button does, clarity has already failed. Next up, we've got consistency. This is what builds trust and makes a product feel reliable. Similar actions should always lead to similar outcomes. That little trash can icon in one part of the app shouldn't suddenly mean upload in another part. It's this predictability that makes everything feel so intuitive. Of course, good design gives you feedback, a little animation or a sound to let you know your action worked. And it's efficient, cutting out all those needless steps. Of course, good design tolerates errors because, let's be honest, we all make mistakes, and the undo button is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Finally, aesthetic integrity just means it looks good in a way that serves the product's purpose and its feeling. Okay, so those are the rules, but how do you actually apply them? Because just following a checklist isn't enough. See, the best designers don't just build products, they solve human problems. And that requires a process that starts with empathy. This is where a really powerful framework called design thinking comes into play. It's a formal process that puts the user, their needs, their pain points, their whole world at the absolute center of everything, right from the very beginning. The whole thing unfolds in 5 stages. It all starts with empathize, where you really try to understand your user's world. Then you define their core problem. Next up is ideate, where you brainstorm just countless creative solutions. After that, you prototype, building a quick, low-cost version of your best idea. And finally, you test it with real users to learn, and then repeat the whole cycle. It's a journey from understanding to validation. Now, it's super important to know that this entire process is not a solo mission. Not at all. Building incredible digital products requires this deep, respectful collaboration between different roles. It is absolutely a team sport. The best partnerships happen when a product manager shares the context, the why and the what, but doesn't try to dictate the solution. They ask, what problem does this solve? Instead of just saying, make the button blue. It's all about defining the problem, not prescribing the pixels. So the crucial point is really this: designers are the experts at crafting the user's experience. And product managers, well, they're responsible for protecting the overall product vision, making sure that that elegant solution also solves the right business problem. It's a perfect partnership. And when that partnership works, wow, the results are incredible. Investing in good design isn't just about making users happy, it's about making the whole business stronger, faster, and way more efficient. Let's look at a real-world example: Airbnb. A few years back, they had a huge problem with that principle we just talked about: consistency. Their product was just all over the place on different platforms. So what was their solution? They created a unified design language system, which is basically a shared library of all their UI components. Think of it like a set of official Lego blocks for all their designers and engineers. And the result? By creating this single source of truth, they solved their consistency problem, which alone would have been a huge win. But it did so much more. Airbnb cut their design and development time by a staggering 30%. That meant they could ship better, more consistent features faster, which ultimately boosted conversions for the business. That's the real power of a design system. Now, that same push for speed and consistency is getting a massive boost from a brand new player, artificial intelligence. Now, AI isn't replacing designers, but it is supercharging their workflow. We're already seeing AI tools that can generate wireframes from a simple text prompt. AI can even predict where users are going to look on a screen or help write the perfect error message. It's all about helping teams analyze, create, and validate their ideas faster than ever before. So we've covered how it all works, the rules, the process, and even the future. Now I want to turn it over to you, because once you understand these principles, I promise you can never look at the digital world the same way again. Just think about it. What's one little thing in an app you use every single day that just drives you crazy? A button that's hard to find? A confusing menu? Now that you know the rules of clarity, consistency, and efficiency, how would you fix it? You see, you're no longer just a user. You're an observer, a critic, a designer. And that is a very powerful shift.